Hey, I'm Todd Merrill. Welcome to my house. Let me give you a tour. I live and work in a 1970s contemporary beach house, which functions as my design lab and my home. Everything in the house is either vintage 20th century or is work by artists that I represent. Let me show you the foyer. In the foyer right now, we have a beautiful ebony console by artist Jean-Luc Lemonnier. He's French, he works in Breton, and he's inspired by the nature around him. The console has a Shishugibon cast bronze leg, ebony chamfered top, and has a mirror accompanying it that is made out of gold, platinum, and black enamel baked on. Here we have a group of work by artist Marcus Haas, who works in Hanover, Germany and Brooklyn. He is a master stone carver and he casts in bronze. He's one of the few artists who's capable of combining alabaster and onyx into his hand-cast bronze lighting. This is a beautiful original design sconce, chair, which is in black and bronze. And then we have a light pendant hanging in the middle of the room here, which is classic Marcus Haas, polished bronze, hand-cast, and then all hand-carved alabaster pieces around the inside. Kind of set like a big piece of jewelry. The doors are 1970s from California by a company called Forms and Surfaces. This is one of my favorite pieces that I've actually kept for nearly 15 years now. A totem from the Tribesman series by Elaine Katzer. She's a California artist, and this totem was done in 1970 and has 4 other totems in the series. One of them you may be familiar with is in the garden at the Standard Hotel. This one is here, and I don't think the location of the others are known, but if anyone knows where they are, I would love to buy them. Come upstairs and take a look at the house. So here I am standing in the middle of the main living gallery. It's also a mixture of vintage work and work by artists that we represent, and also my own designs. This is one of our custom original sofas. It's a semicircular design, something that we actually just developed in the last year. And I loved it so much that I had to have one made for the house. And so this is what we do here in the design lab. We design, produce, and then we try it out and live with it and see if it works. And I think this is a resounding success, incredibly comfortable, and me and the Chi-Chis love it. Behind me is vintage work by Paul Evans, a sculpted bronze console. On top of it are ceramic pieces by Finnish artist Timo Salonen, and a huge gilded wall sculpture by Sophie Croydon. This is cast from beehives and gilded in 24-karat gold. It's meticulous work. In front of me is a classic hand chair by Mexican artist Pedro Friedeberg, and then a beautiful white bronze table by artist Jean-Luc Lemonnier. We have this incredible bentwood sofa by Irish artist Enda Scott. Enda is a young man, self-taught. The back is all white ash, upholstered in suede. A super comfortable, amazing original design. In front of me is a low table by Brooklyn artist Stefan Rurik. Stefan works in steel and pigmented concrete, all layered on by hand. It's kind of like an abstract painting. The top is torch steel, incised and gilded. Really an incredible little table. Accompanying the table and sofa is a beautiful chair by Mark Fish. And this chair is really unique because Mark Fish is the only artist in the world who works in this technique. He's actually bending the wood dry and cold and then infusing it with resin. And so the whole seat is resin poured millimeters at a time, curing over weeks and weeks to create this flowing seat that rushes down. After the entire thing is cured and cold, he hand carves it into the shape. So it is a master of technique, a master of design and hand making. I'm standing here in my dining room, which is in a tower that looks out over Shinnecock Bay and the Atlantic Ocean. And we dine at a table by artist Stefan Rurik, a Brooklyn-based artist who works in concrete and steel. This is hand-painted by him, and the top is steel, which is torched, patinated, incised, and then gilt with gold. Around the table, we have a classic set of worn Plattner chairs, which come from Knoll in the 1970s. Above it, we have a beautiful Italian late 50s Vanini chandelier, classic. And flanking the dining room are two beautiful gold cutouts by artist Sophie Croydon. Come into my kitchen, and I have a collection of East Coast and West Coast American 1970s craft furniture. Two pieces by artist Philip Lloyd Powell, who worked in Pennsylvania, and two pieces by artist Jack Rogers Hopkins from San Diego. Jack was a sculptor, and he also made furniture which is incredibly sculptural. This chair he did in 1970. It is a unique, one-of-a-kind chair, and it's kind of the everything chair. It has handlebars and a light, if you're trying to read. Turns on. Really nice chair. It's got that 70s vibe. And it works beautifully with the photography that we have here by artist Baron Claiborne from Brooklyn, who we also represent. And another beautiful piece by Stefan Rurik, a steel and concrete lamp. Coming around to the back of the house, facing the swimming pool, we have a small sitting room that has a lot of interesting pieces in it. There's kind of an international mixture in this room. We have Berlin-based artist Hannes Greben, who did this bold, deconstructed sort of Papa Bear chair, a classic, wing-back chair that he's deconstructed into geometric shapes. This one is very comfortable, very striking, completely one of a kind. Sitting in this room, which has a 1970s Kagan elliptical sofa, a table by artist Stefan Rurik, a chair by Mark Fish, a beautiful cannabis cast bronze stool by artist Aaron Sullivan, and then the star piece in this room is this large console that was handmade in India by designer Vikram Goyal. We have in this corner a cabinet by Korean artist Hoonwon Kim. It's a black stained oak, a unique carving style, very inspired by nature. Small hanging cabinet, incredibly sculptural. Underneath it, I have a vintage piece by artist Pedro Friedeberg, who's Mexican and an icon. This is a serpent with a saint. So this is a 19th century saint head taken out of a Catholic church, put on Pedro's carved serpentine body. And next to that is a Wendell Castle starfish console. And so in every corner of the room, we are mixing vintage and contemporary work. One of the unique features of this house is that it's an upside down house, meaning that we live on the second floor and you enter from the first floor. So the master bedroom suite is actually on the second floor. Let me bring you in and show you my bedroom. The centerpiece of the bedroom is this magnificent four-poster bed by Paul Evans. It was made in 1968. It's part of his Argente or aluminum series, and it's just a magical one-of-a-kind piece. Also in the room is another beautiful piece by Paul Evans, Argente series console. Incredible black and white, aluminum, striking silver console. Over it is another mirror by Jean-Luc Lemounier, the French artist that we represent, and this is a platinum enamel. I have a little desk area that I love, and it's comprised of a chair and a desk, which are original designs by artist Alex Roskin. Alex has kind of an animalistic inspiration for all of his furniture. This piece actually was inspired by a deer or an antelope, and you can see that it has a bit of belly. It has back legs that look like they're going to take off in polished cast bronze with a rosewood top. It's accompanied by an incredibly gorgeous chair, which is called the Tusk chair, and it has this elephantine back with these elegant legs. This is in cast aluminum with a bronze finish. Very comfortable, very chic. Chair is actually upholstered in black crocodile from Florida. And it's just a really nice place to come in and sit, do my email, have coffee, and look at the forest. Let me take you upstairs to the third floor and show you the rest of the house. So from upstairs, you can see down to the first floor, and you can see how the house is connected by two snail-shaped staircases. It also gives us this incredible open gallery with a big box, which artist John Procario has designed this beautiful chandelier that practically fills the entire space. It's out of bent wood, ash, and linen. It looks amazing unlit during the day. And let me turn it on for you. It's pretty incredible lit as well. It's a magnificent LED hanging light sculpture. This is a third floor room that we use as a media room and entertaining room. It actually was a large sun deck when the house was built that faced the ocean, but it was enclosed by a previous owner. This room has this very nice cedar ceiling that kind of rolls down. We have a lot of very comfortable furniture, a collection of tribal rugs, sofas by Vladimir Kagan from the 1970s, a beautiful contemporary freeform table in bronze by Carl Springer. And sort of the featured piece is this incredible forged front console from artist Paul Evans from 1969. Let's take a look outside. I'm on top of my tower on top of the house. Beautiful sunny fall day at the Design Lab. Please come and visit us at our shop in Southampton and in Tribeca.